Like this, Rufai don't blast Reno omokri. So, as for the omokri, when they try, they want to compare Peter Obi to Tinubu. Not be small woto that Rufai give them. I go live when I watch the video by myself, Over there, family. As why you watch video, make sure say you drop your comment on how you reason this matter. Also share them. Make other people see too. Make them know say that was the reason our Peter Obi anyhow at all. Oyana, when I watch the video.
What's your problem with Peter Obi's academic records as indicated in that introduction? We all know that Mr. Peter Obi attended University of Nigeria, Nsukka, right? We also know that he has multiple qualifications. If I may throw it in, he was my classmate at the Sai Business School at the University of Oxford. So he has classmates who can stand up and say, I sat in the same class with Peter Obi. I can at least attest to that, okay? And then you say in the, as the introduction indicated, that even the APC candidates' academic records are more straightforward. What is straightforward? Chicago State University or Government College Ibadan? If you may just educate us.
Well, thank you for the question. Well, I made that statement in response to criticism from the Labour Party against the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress. And I said, if you look at all the presidential candidates, the least educationally qualified, the most educationally backward, if you like, is the Labour Party candidate. Rabi Mr. Kwankwaso, who has a PhD in water engineering, Waziri Atiku Abubakar has a master's with distinction in international relations, and Bola Tinubu has a second-class upper in accounting. And you have the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, who had a second-class lower in philosophy. And if you put that together, it's obviously the lowest. And so when they were poking fun of Bola Tinubu, they have a number of their surrogates and a spokesman saying that, he didn't even go to the Chicago State University. I've said before, look, I do not like Bola Tinubu because I know for a fact that he's a known drug lord. However, I went to Chicago State University myself, physically, I went there. And I released photos. I went there to their exams and records office, and I asked them, and they did tell me that, yes, Bola Tinubu attended. He's a proud alumni of the institution, and that there is no doubt, there is no controversy about it. And that's what I wanted to make known to the public. If we're going to be criticizing, we're going to do that based on facts, based on truth. Because we cannot be going after a man with dishonest information or with lies. And if you look at what Bola Tinubu has said, and if you look at what Peter Obi has said, Peter Obi, in terms of lies, he's told much more lies than all the other presidential candidates. I wrote an article, 11 major lies told by Peter Obi. He's told lies from everything from his shares at IBL, from meeting Peter Odili at school, which he didn't do, to American players dominating in the NBA, which was a lie, to saying that a company invested in, employed 60% of Anambra people, which was not true, to claiming that Bola Tinubu sent out anti-Igbo WhatsApp messages telling Yorubas not to vote for him. Look, we cannot run a presidential candidate with such dirty lies, a presidential campaign with such dirty lies. If you're going to go and criticize somebody, it has to be based on the fact. And that was just what I was trying to establish.
All right, thank you very much for establishing that. However, you must know that Peter Obi did come out to clarify the statement that he made, saying that he did attend school with Peter Odili, but not in the same set, obviously, based on some of the representations of him online.
Reno, please, I'd like to get some clarification. You said you went to Chicago yourself. I will ask you, what Chicago did you go to? Is it the same Chicago to get Tinubu's record? Is it the same Chicago that now there's a case in court filed about the deposition that, a lawyer subpoenaed the school he went to, and they said they don't have any of those records. The records are submitted to INEC, the EC9 form, and there were even discrepancies on the date of birth of the person. So what record did you say you got of Tinubu from Chicago? Because there's already a case in court filed by Mike Enaro eBay or something, one of the lawyers, and they were saying there were discrepancies as regards what was even submitted. So what Chicago did you go to? I'd like to know. And they confirmed to you as regards the veracity of that? And did they give you any document you can show to that effect?
Well, Rufai, you've got your facts wrong. The subpoena that was subpoenaed was not for Chicago State University. It was a subpoena that was sent to Deloitte. And then also there's been some document floating around in the internet about a college, something I think it was South College or something like that. I'm not talking about that college, and for a fact, I know for a fact that Tinubu did not even go to that college, and Tinubu did not say that he went to that college. I know the college that he said he went to Richard Daley Junior College. However, I'm talking about Chicago State University. There's no subpoena from any lawyer to Chicago State University. I went there physically. I sent a photo of this to Arise TV. I think this was about a week ago when I was interviewed in London. I did a video while I was there. The Chicago State University Records Office actually released a signed statement, a notarized signed statement. It's public knowledge. It's out there. It's been carried by the paper. Look, like I've told you before, I went there. I'm not somebody just sitting down on the internet or somebody just relying on third parties. I went there. I physically went there. The fact that I went there is a fact.
Okay, Reno, please, I'm sorry, I have a follow-up. If you're finished, I have a follow-up to what you just said just now. So I just wanted to tell you in advance. So when you're done, just let me know. So I'll follow up on that, please. Okay, are you done? Let me just quickly give the follow-up. So Reno,
that's the thing. Rufai, you need to be able to control yourself so that when someone is talking, you allow them, because that's how this is going to work. I talk, you listen, and then you listen, I talk. There's going to be enough time for you to say you have a follow-up question when I finish talking.
But Reno, I thought you had finished, and that's why I even gave you the.
But I was still talking.
Hang on a minute, Reno.
When you interjected, and you have a history of doing that. Anyway, now let's
Reno,
go.
Please
let's
finish
go
your
on.
thoughts,
Let's
and I
go
come
on.
with my rebuttal, please. Just finish your thought. Go ahead.
No, you've interrupted my thought process.
Okay, so let me follow up. Let me follow up on the rebuttal, Reno. And that's why I had the courtesy to be able to tell you that when you finish, because you paused for a bit, and that's why I interjected. So I will not just interrupt your thoughts. And all this game you try to play to blackmail me and say all sorts, that's how I behave. It's your game. I'm not drawn into that. I'm just a journalist and I do my job. And that's just to you, Reno, just to set you straight on that. This is the rebuttal I wanted to give. The court paper said that Tinubu presented a forged Chicago State certificate to INEC with the intent that may be acted upon as genuine. This is a new court case, and you can go and check the, the records of this. This is a new court case that was just filed as of the 16th of November 2022. So I was correct as regards to filing in court. That was just the rebuttal I wanted to give you, Reno.
Okay,
but you see, that's the thing.
Reno, can we move on? Okay.
Can I respond to that, please?
Go ahead.
You see, that's the thing. When you are a broadcaster and you have an interview channel like this, you need to be conscious of what you have said. I had no doubt about the court case. I never said, and you can replay this video. I'm sure your viewers at home can go back and listen to what I said. I didn't say there was no court case. You said that there had been a subpoena to Chicago State University, and that Chicago State University had denied that Tinubu did not go. And I said, look, I don't know about the college that's been floating about in the internet, which is something South College. And then also I know that Tinubu went to, can I finish, please? And I said that I know that Tinubu went to Richard Daley College. However, that there was a subpoena to Deloitte, and Deloitte had said Tinubu did not work for them, but that there was no subpoena to Chicago State University. The reason why I'm here being interviewed by you is because of Chicago State University. And I know for a fact that he went there. Chicago State University has released a statement, a notarized statement, which has also been published in the Nigerian media, stating that he went there. For any other thing, for Deloitte, for any other college, I don't know about that. I'm only talking about what I know. Tinubu went to Chicago State University. I do not like the fact that he's a known drug lord, but I'm not going to libel him. I'm not going to lie against him. He did go to Chicago State University.
Reno, I put it to you again, and I would like to give you an open challenge about your visit to Chicago, and Chicago told you that they had all the records. I would challenge you openly on that, and this is why I would challenge you. At first, you said that the subpoenas were for Deloitte, were not for Chicago University. Reno, you were wrong. In the court papers, in case you don't have access to it, the court papers by Enahoro Eba that was filed recently, he told his colleague, Mr. Matthew J. Qualls, a Chicago-based lawyer, who issued an attorney subpoena on his behalf against Chicago State University, in case number 22L 007289 on the 12th of August. Kwa had in his subpoena directed the school to mail all the documents and records in possession that pertains to Tinubu and his educational qualifications. And it is based on that, in the suit, what's it called? Enahoro told the court that copies from Chicago State academic record undergraduate and were letters sent to him, which were attached to him as a court exhibit. And it contradicts the material provided by Tinubu in EC9 form submitted to INEC. So that's to also prove you wrong. In case you do not know, Reno, there was actually a subpoena to Chicago based on the deposition of this legal paper. You can go and read the Vanguard of the 16th of November for that. It's not only the Deloitte that was subpoenaed, it was subpoenaed for Chicago, and this is based on that. That's why I challenge, what did Chicago University tell you, Reno, when you went there? Who did you meet? Who did you talk to? What papers did they give you?
Well, that again, like I said before, there was no subpoena to Chicago State University. An attorney cannot issue a subpoena. I've got a master's in law. I don't know what degree you have. Only a court can issue a subpoena to an institution. And the man, his court case, if you look at what he said, those are claims that he's making. It's when you go to court and the court will now verify your claims. So that is a third-party claim. It's not coming from an institution. I went to Chicago State University. I went there. I met with their officer at the records office. They issued a statement. The statement has been published by various Nigerian media. Punch has published it. I believe maybe Guardian has also published it. I mean, if I knew you were going to ask this question, I would have brought the document with me and I would have shown it to you. The man went to Chicago State University, and there is, even on Chicago State University's alumni website. And you can actually do that because I know, Rufai, you like to do that a lot. Because
Reno, but you prepped for this interview now. How come are you saying if you know you will have brought the records? But you prepped for this interview, Reno. And secondly, what was the name of the executive you met there in Chicago State University? What was the name of the person, the exam records person you met?
Like I said before, you can't be doing this. This is very unprofessional. When you talk, I don't interject. I allow you to finish. I'm very quiet. I control myself. When I'm talking, you should do me the same courtesy. It's wrong for you to just do that. I don't know why you do that. I was talking. If I'm finished, you'll be able to talk. I went to Chicago State University. I met the officer there. A statement was released. The media has it. It's been published before. And then when I was doing when I was asked to do this interview, I was not told that I was going to be needing to bring those documents. Right now I'm in Peru. I'm in Cusco. I'm here on a holiday. I'm going to Machu Picchu. However, that document has been published by the Nigerian media. Punch has published it. I believe Guardian has also published it. What I'm telling you is that for a fact, Bola Tinubu went to Chicago State University. That is not in doubt at all. I went there physically. So what I'm telling you right now is this. I'm not talking about the government college in Ibadan. He might have gone there, he might not have gone there. I'm not talking about his background as a drug lord. He is a known drug lord. But whether he went to Chicago State University, that is true. And on this court case that this man has filed in court, yes, the man will go to court and then the court is going to adjudicate upon it. When you make a claim in court, it just remains that a claim. It is only the judge, because we don't have jury system in Nigeria, it's only the judge that can now make your claim valid. But I'm telling you for a fact that this man went to Chicago State University. And listen, I'm a member of the People's Democratic Party. I do not want Bola Tinubu to win. It will be in my interest to join this bad wagon and begin to slander the man and to libel him and to say he never went there. I went there. The man attended Chicago State University. Let's focus on other issues that the man has problems on. His known drug past and maybe the government college Ibadan. But as for this Chicago State University, forget it, he went there.